Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are having a great day and ready for some Genesis format content. Today is going to be the first video in a series I'm calling Showcases, and this one is actually going to be on the deck that I have been playing most in Genesis over the past month, which is Darklord. I'm going to show you the basics, which are just the monster spells, and then we're going to go over my deck list, a few considerations. I'm going to show you the combos, the basic combos, a couple replays, and then steps moving forward with the points list. So without further ado, let's get into the basics, which are the monsters. I'm going to go over these very quickly because you guys hopefully can read. I know you are Yu-Gi-Oh players, but we can all do a little bit better. So Jehudi is a new card we got in Burst Protocol. If it's normal or special summoned, you special summon a Darklord monster from your deck in defense position, and then in the graveyard, if you control a Dark Fairy Fusion, you can banish it, target a Darklord card in your graveyard, add it back to hand. Super good. Normally your first combo starter, and you're always normally summoning Indulged Darklord, which if it's normal or special summoned, you can take 2 Darklord monsters from your hand or deck with different levels, excluding herself, special summon one to your opponent's field, and then add the other to your hand. It does lock you into fairies, and it is only once per turn, but it is a phenomenal card. It gives you extension, gives you more bodies, great card. Next is Darklord Ixchel, custom card. Been around forever though. So you can discard this card and 1 Darklord card, draw 2 cards, so it's a Pot of Greed, and then on the field you can quick effect, pay 1,000 life points, target 1 Darklord card, Darklord spell or trap in your graveyard, apply that target's effect on activation, then shuffle it into the deck. Phenomenal card. Next we have Darklord, I'm just going to call him Mr. T, if I'm being honest with you. He's big and buff and has a very long last name. But if it's in your hand, and a Darklord monster or monsters would be destroyed by battle, which is very prevalent in post-game 1 scenarios in Genesis, you can discard him instead. So he is an Illusion Gate protection, which is running very rampant in Genesis right now. And it also does have the second effect, same thing as Ixchel, pay 1,000 life points, target a Darklord spell or trap in your graveyard, apply it, and then shuffle it back into the deck. Next we have Darklord Golgolet, another new card in Burst Protocol. Absolutely crazy card. If it's special summoned, you can special summon 2 Darklord tokens, and then if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Darklord card except himself or 1 Forbidden Quick Play spell from your deck to your hand. Absolutely amazing. Sometimes you're summoning him to your opponent's field, and they just activate the effect to give you 2 more free bodies, and also protecting you from Nib. The last main deck monster is Darklord Morningstar. If I'm being honest, I'm not going to tell you what his effect is. Next we have the 2 extra deck monsters, the first one being new in Burst Protocol, Darklord Evening Star. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Great. And if it's fusion summoned, you can set 1 Darklord spell and 1 Darklord trap, gotta set both, from your deck. So it gives you extension, it starts setting up a board for you, and it also has a quick effect, paying 1,000 life points. Guess what it does? Copies an effect in the graveyard. Phenomenal card. And then the boss monster of the deck, the first Darklord. It's been around for a while, so if you already know it, you can skip past it, but your opponent cannot target fairy monsters you control with card effects. Kind of the same as Evening Star, but it protects your entire board instead. And then if it's fusion summoned with Darklord Morningstar, the soft brick we just talked about, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. Crazy card. Next are the spells and traps, and these are about as basic as they come, but they are about as busted as they come because you can activate them once, twice, maybe even 3 times per turn. So, Banishment, it adds a Darklord card from your deck to your hand. Contact special summons 1 from your graveyard. Dance is the fusion spell. It gives them 1,000 attack, and you can also use your opponent's Darklord cards. So if you give them Darklords with Indulged, you can use them as material. Forbidden Droplet, not a Darklord card, but I just thought I'd add it in here. It is searchable, as we already went over. Rebellion is a non-target pop, and Sanctified is a non-target monster negate, and you also gain life points equal to the monster's attack. All very, very busted when you're able to use them more than once per turn. So let's get into my current deck list that I'm running. We are at 41 cards in the main deck, 95 points in total. And as you can see, you can kind of flex this deck list whenever I'm assuming the Heralds are going to get hit. You can bump down on droplets, you can bump down on the extra deck points, maybe even removing Slayer. So we run 3 of all the main deck dudes except Mr. T and Morningstar, because you can search Mr. T and Morningstar is kind of a soft brick like we talked about. Then we run the Cartesia package, being 2 Cartesia, 3 Fusion deployment. We run a total of 12 hand traps, 3 of which are probably the best in Genesys, Nib, Orange Light, and Green Light. And we also do run 3 Fuelos. We run 3 Banishment because it's the best spell, 2 Change, or 2 Dance because it's a phenomenal fusion spell, a Contact, 3 Deployment, 2 Forbidden Droplet like we talked about, and then the 2 Traps. For the extra deck, you can also flex this as much as you want. You can bump down on the Darklord names. I really only use 2 Evening Star and 1 First Darklord, but I have them at 3 and 2 right now. 2 Grand Guignol because it does come up in the grind game. Grand Guignol targets being Quertus and Lulu Lilith. A level 4 or a rank 4 fairy, Minerva, because sometimes if you soft brick or they imperm your Indulge, you're able to go into her and then Gamba your way into a Golgolet Send, and then that's full combo anyways. 2 Alvain for heavy poly, and then Ultimate Slayer / Grand Guignol targets. For the side deck, you can change this as much as you want. I'm currently running 3 Gam, 3 Ultimate Slayer, 3 heavy poly, 3 Twin Twister, and 3 Blizzard. That being said, this deck looks a lot different than its modern variant because we're not able to link Golgolet away. Linking is the easiest form of getting a monster into the graveyard, and we don't have access to that in Genesys, which is why we have to supplement that with a lot of different things, being Droplet, being the Heralds. Instead of summoning him and linking him off, we can X-Shell him away. Cartesia is great if you don't see any engine at all, but you do see Cartesia. You can Grand Guignol send him from deck, which gets you into full combo. Absolutely insane. Twin Twister gets you there because it's a discard. Heavy Poly gets you there because you're sending him from hand to graveyard instead of hand to banish. So there is a wide array of cards that we have supplemented for the lack of link monsters. That being said, there are a couple considerations that we can make for going first and going second. A lot of these, as you can tell, it's mainly aimed to get Golgolet and your Darklords in graveyard. Double Wild was in a deck list that topped the UK Open. You can use, you can run 3 Poly if you really wanted to because they're all different names, so it's an easy Garura target. Branded Opening discards a card on resolution, and Dramaturge and summoning Dramaturge with it is really good because if you fuse him away, since he is a Dark Fairy, he's going to come back and act as another level of interruption. For going second, all of those cards discard a card. Lightning Vortex is basically Raigeki. Lunar Eclipse is a book 2. Super Poly is Super Poly. And then Black Lair, since you can flex your extra deck a little bit, you can choose to run either the Monster Negate or the Monster Pop. And it also does discard a card, aka sending Golgolet to graveyard. You can tell that this entire deck kind of revolves around that, which is why, obviously, the game plan is to send him to graveyard. Well, there's a couple ways that we can do that. Obviously, I've already talked about that. Going first, these are your 2 best options. Either adding Ixchel or adding Golgolet, then sending them to grave to draw 2, and then Cartesia, like we said. Going second, we've already talked about it. Again, it's just more ways to get Golgolet into the graveyard because once he hits graveyard and resolves, you have full combo and so many ways to play around so many things. That being said, this deck is, I wouldn't say complicated, but but you do have to realize which hands are full combo and which are not. There are a ton of combinations. I'll let you pause this so you can look at it. It's a pseudo spreadsheet, but all of these combinations get you to full combo in some way, shape, or form, like I have already talked about. So some dangers that we might see in Darklord: it is very, very good at playing around things, but it does have very, very key points in which your opponent can negate to just kind of end your turn. One that I've been seeing, since heralds are so common in Genesys right now, is if they greenlight your dance, you're kind of just screwed, unless you have a copy effect on field that you haven't already used, which is very unlikely. Your turn kind of ends there. If you don't have a way to chain block Golgollet, Meister or a herald on Golgollet effect in graveyard also will more than likely end your turn. And then all hail the powerful brick. The ability to brick with this deck is there. I've supplemented enough to where I don't think it's as common, but you do still get those awkward hands where you'll just draw a hand where, I mean, it's just physically impossible to get Golgollet into the graveyard, especially going first. I've seen going first, you brick way more often than not. Because you're missing that 6th card for 1, and for 2 you're kind of turned off from your heralds and your droplet, which are 3 different ways to get Golgollet into graveyard. So now that we've gone over the like a wide macro level of the deck, I'm going to dive in, show you a few combos, show you a few replays so you can get a feel for how powerful this deck actually is. Alright, so with Darklord, there isn't really a 1-card combo. There's a 1.5 card combo. It is very suboptimal, but that's what I'm going to show you first. So let's just say for whatever reason, you herald something. You discard the herald and you discard a Golgollet. On a new chain, you're going to declare Golgollet and you are going to search for Banishment of the Darklords. Let's say that stopped their entire turn. Turn passes back to you, standby main, go to activate Banishment. With Banishment, you are going to search a copy of Jehudi. Going to normal summon Jehudi, declare the effect. That is going to special summon any Darklord from your deck in defense position. For this specific combo, we are going to summon Ixchel, and then on summon, well, it's not a non-summon effect, but you can declare the quick effect, paying 1,000 life points, targeting Banishment, to shuffle it back into the deck, to copy the effect. So with Ixchel, copying Banishment, we're going to search a copy of Dance. We are going to activate Dance and use the Ixchel on board, as well as the Golgollet in graveyard, to summon out Evening Star. Evening Star is going to declare his effect. We're going to set a Banishment, since we don't have anything engraved to summon, as well as a Rebellion. So, with that 1 card, we have a 4,000 beater. I guess this should be 4,000, just changing it for clarity. We have a 4,000 body who can copy Rebellion, that can copy Banishment or Dance if they go to graveyard. We have Rebellion that can pop any card, and then when it goes to graveyard, we can Evening Star, target it to do the same thing. We have Follow-Up, and we also have Dance in the graveyard to copy as well. Not the best 1-card combo, but it's still pretty freaking good. Okay, now for the actual good combo with Darklords. It can be any 2 cards, including Banishment, as well as any combination of Jehudi, Indulged, Golgollet, or Ixchel, but Dance also gets you there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to main phase 1. we're going to activate Banishment. With Banishment, we are going to search either Golgullet or Ixchel. For this combo, I'm going to search Ixchel, and then we are going to normal summon Jehudi, activate the effect. That is going to special summon Indulged Darklord, and on summon, we're going to activate Indulged, which is going to summon one to their field and add one to ours. So let's just say this is a game 1 scenario. We're going to special summon Mr. T to theirs and add Golgullet to ours. In game 1 scenarios, I really like summoning Mr. T there because it doesn't shoot through your Golgullets, and if you summon Ixchel to their field, you can't summon it to yours to further insulate and reinforce your interaction. So right here, we're going to activate Ixchel, discarding herself and Golgullet to draw 2 cards. Decent draws. But on a new chain, we are going to activate Golgullet, which is going to get us a search for any Darklord card or Forbidden Quick Play spell. For this combo, we are going to add Dance, activate Dance. We're going to use the Mr. T from their side of the field, as well as the Golgullet from ours to make Evening Star. Evening Star is going to activate on a new chain, and for this combo we are placing Contact and again Rebellion. So you set both of those and you'll go ahead and activate Contact, and that is going to special out Ixchel effect, pay 1,000, target the Banishment, shuffle it back into the deck, and search. For this specific scenario, I'm not going to search another Golgullet because we already have one in hand. If we didn't, I would, because we can use it to send off the trap to trigger on a new chain to then add another Darklord that we would need. As you can see, this is always a game of advantage. Adding a Golgullet is basically adding another card. So for this scenario, we're going to add Morningstar since we don't need to add another Golgullet. So we go to end phase, we pass the turn, and here are our interrupts. We have the Trap, which can send Golgullet to pop any card on their field. Golgullet triggers on a new chain. We can either add Follow-Up or another Fairy if we need to. We have Ixchel to copy either Rebellion or Dance, and we have Evening Star to do the same thing. So you have 2 monster pops, as well as a board wipe, because you can activate, target Dance, put Dance on the bottom of the deck. We would use the Golgullet in grave, the Morningstar in hand, and probably the Jehudi on field to summon out the first Darklord. And on a new chain, he's going to activate to board wipe their field. So that's at least 2 pops, a board wipe, summon back if you need to, and with Golgullet, you're adding any amount of follow-up that you need. So a really, really solid combo. That's not including any non-engine you've drawn. You could have drawn Droplets, Heralds, the Nib, like I already did, to insulate your plays further. Another Trap, a Cartesia to quick fuse into Grand Guignol on their turn. It is a lot. There's a lot of interaction, a lot of pops happening, and Genesys is a game of bodies, so I think that's why Darklord is seeing a ton of success right now. Alright, this last combo I wanted to show you was one with Cartesia, just to show you how the engine bridges into Darklord. It is a little suboptimal, and it's not accounting for anything else you have in your hand, but you only need Fusion Deployment and or Cartesia, plus another light or dark monster. So we will Fusion Deployment, revealing Grand Guignol, summoning out Cartesia. And then we will activate Cartesia, fusing herself, as well as a light or dark monster, in this case Nibiru, into Grand Guignol. On summon, Grand Guignol is going to dump any level 6 or higher later dark monster from deck or extra deck. And what do you know? Golgollet is in fact a level 6 dark monster. So we will activate Golgollet effect in graveyard since it was sent there to add a copy of Banishment of the Darklords. From here, it is quite literally just the same combo I showed you very first. You activate this, add Jehudi, and so on and so forth. Of note though, you cannot do this if you had to normal summon Cartesia. If you have to normal summon Cartesia, you do have to rely on drawing the Darklord fusion spell, Dance. So, but it is just another way to get into your Darklord engine. It adds another level of interruption. It adds, you can bait out interaction if need be. So yeah, very, very good. Okay, so the first and only replay I'm going to show you, since this video is getting a little long, is against Monarch, which in my opinion is one of the tier 1 strategies in Genesys. I am going first, and I started off with a Greenlight, Fusion Deployment, Mr. T, Jehudi, and one of the traps. So 2 cards you don't necessarily want to draw, and they are starting out with Erebus, Stormforth, Frost Blast, Pantheism, and Perfection, which I'm kind of surprised that they're maining Perfection and playing Frost Blast at all, but who am I to say? That deck can push through interaction like no other. So, I am going to begin by summoning out Cartesia from Fusion Deployment. We are going to use Cartesia effect using herself and Mr. T, Grand Guignol effect, sending Golgollet to the graveyard. Golgollet effect is going to add the spell. Banishment is going to add change. Normal summon Jehudi effect, summoning Indulged, summon Golgollet to their field, and Ixchel adding to mine. Now right here, you're going to see them actually activate Golgollet. So this is exactly what I was talking about. Sometimes some decks just really want those extra bodies, and they don't really know what you're about to do. But anyways, they're locked in fairies. We get 2 free bodies. We go ahead and activate change. We're going to use one of their tokens, one and Golgollet himself, summoning out Evening Star, activating Evening Star, setting Rebellion and Contact. We're going to Ixchel away the trap because we can always target it in graveyard. Drawing 2 cards. Holy fucking shit. We draw an Orange Light and Fairy. We're going to copy the effect of Banishment. That is going to add another Golgollet, what I was talking about, because Golgollet literally just replaces himself on our opponent's turn. And from here, we're going to contact back the Ixchel, go to end phase, and what a board. We have 2 monster pops, a board wipe set up, a Grand Guignol tag out, as well as an orange and a green light, and I'm sure I'm missing a few other things. So the turn passes back to him. He draws Pot of Greed for turn. What an absolute top deck of the century. Goes to main phase, activates Pot of Greed, and my old ass thinks that Pot of Greed is the best card ever printed. It is a +1, but I probably shouldn't have greenlighted this, but we did greenlight it, sending Golgollet away. Negating that, Golgollet's going to activate on a new chain, and we're going to grab Morning Star, which is our soft brick, but it does enable the blowy-uppy effect of the first Darklord. After that, he is going to go for a Pantheism, discarding the Frost Blast to draw 2 cards. Can't do anything about that, and I did activate a monster effect. He's going to go for the Thrust, which is going to add him a copy of Illusion Gate, which might be the single best card in Genesys right now. So, I don't have anything that can stop this. He can drop this right now on me, and there's nothing that I can do. But he does not. He goes for a Stormforth, which is completely valid, and something that I did want to highlight with this deck. Kaijus are a menace against it. And Stormforth is essentially a Kaiju because it tributes one of your guys, and look at that, he tributes Evening Star from us. Evening Star had not activated his effect yet, so that is inherently just really good for him. it would have allowed us to copy the effect of Rebellion or to copy the effect of Dance to board wipe him, but he does summon out Erebus here. He's going to attempt to go for Erebus effect, and I just have a feeling that the last two remaining unknown cards in his hand are not good, so I do herald that away. And after that, he goes for the Pantheism because I'm just such an idiot. Revealing 3 Revolts, adding a Revolt, revealing those 3. I choose to add the meh one to his hand, but he's still going to get the graveyard effect of Tessera. Tessera effect, summon that dude, and then his on-summon effect to attempt to summon another of the small guys. I Ixchel here because I don't think that I'm going to be able to board wipe him in a winning scenario. So I copy the Sanctified, which is going to non-target negate Edea. So he only has one more card in his hand that I don't know about. He still can board wipe me, and he can normal summon this, but I don't think that that's going to do anything for him. So he does drop the Illusion Gate. I can't do anything about it. He board wipes me and takes my Evening Star, tags me for 3,000, passes turn. The hunch was technically correct. However, what I don't know is that he has an Ether in hand. So the turn passes back to me. I normal summon the Jehudi, summon out Ixchel, because in this scenario I need to copy the spell or the spells in graveyard to get me back into my engine to get that back running again. So I summon out Ixchel, copy Dance. He chains Ether, which is just no bueno. Right here, I should have activated Rebellion because Ether needs 2 tributes. So if I Rebellion away the Jehudi and then pop either my Morningstar or his Edea, he does not get the summon, so this is a misplay on my part. But I don't do that. He gets to summon the Ether, send 2, and then summon another. I'm pretty sure that card's custom. But we're going to resolve Dance, summoning Evening Star effect, Chainlink 1, Ether effect, Chainlink 2, and then Edea Chainlink 3 to add back Pantheism, summoning Eidos, really good card. But anyways, we are going to set Banishment and Sanctified from the deck. He's going to prime Marnarch out that, and then add Ether, which he can activate again. Right here is a very important interaction. Since I summoned, since he banished Master Plan, he's able to target a card or a monster that I control, add a Monarch with the same attribute. In this case, he targeted a Dark, so he would have added Caius, and then immediately tribute summon that monster. So as Chainlink 2, I activate Rebellion, sending away the target. Thank God it wasn't Ixchel. Removing the target so Master Plan cannot resolve, and then getting a free pop out of it. After that, I go Banishment for Dance. He activates another Ether. I'm assuming he's just trying to put up bodies to live and then load his graveyard up for the crackback, but he is not going to get a crackback because we go for the biggest dance of all time. We banish Mr. T and Indulged and a Darklord Morningstar with Dance, summoning the first Darklord, Lord Savior himself, and as Chainlink 1, he is going to nuke the field, and would you look at that, that's 9,000 damage on board. We only needed 4k. We go to battle, and we win. All right, and we're back. So as you can see, the Heralds are absolutely, positively busty-wusty in this deck. Not sure how they're at 0 points. I'm not expecting that very much longer. I personally am expecting between 10 to 15 points per orange and green, which is a little bit of a problem for us. We're going to have to do a little bit of Deck Doctor, which I think I have already figured out. So Gamma and Delta are pretty solid replacements for them if they were to get hit. They're not the best, but you definitely can play a combination of both. But I'm not sure if you know, but Dominus Spiral is actually still 0 points in Genesys for whatever reason. It's a crazy card. So I'm assuming Dominus Spark is also going to stay at 0 points for some time. And if that's the case, that is a very, very easy 1-for-1 swap between either orange or green. So I've gone over a few potential deck lists. The left one is considering if orange and green light are to get a minimal hit being 10 points. If they were, I think I would still main 3 orange because it's just so incredibly powerful on a normal summon. If they normal summon and you negate destroy it, a lot of decks are just passing. So assuming it's only 10, I'm still going to run the 3 orange, and I'm just 1-for-1 trading out the green for Dominus Spark if it's 0 points. I think that's 100 points. It might be 103 now that I'm looking at it. And in that case, you're probably just going to remove a droplet and then add another ogre. On the right, though, I think it's more plausible that both orange and green get 15 points. And if that were the case, it's a little worse. But you can exchange them out for 1 gamma, 3 delta, and obviously the 1 driver. They're all light monsters, which is really good for Cartesia, and it also fares well for Dominus Spark, which you still run 3 of. So if the Heralds get hit on this list, which I'm not sure they will, I think it might be the list just before Columbus or just after, this is the deck list that I'm going to be taking. With that, duelists, I want to thank you so much for tuning in and watching to the end of the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what I missed. Let me know if I missed a combo. Let me know if there's a better combo that I am just completely forgetting. And yeah, please subscribe because there is going to be more Genesys content coming to the channel very, very soon. And with that, I will see you next time. Peace.